Hello everybody and welcome back to another video up on my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about the best legendary perk cards and which ones you're going to want to level up first. But with all that being said guys, let's hop right into the video. But to start off this video I want to talk about what to expect and everything. Each thing will have its own timestamp, so if you want to skip forward to a certain one, you can look in the description or just look for the timestamp throughout. But I am going to be going into detail about which ones are the best in my opinion and which ones you guys should be focusing on leveling up first and foremost. Because legendary perk coins are very hard to come across and to obtain inside the game. So you want to be using them efficiently as you play. When I first started playing, I put a lot of my perk coins into Ammo Factory when maybe I should have put them into something like Strength or something more useful for my day-to-day. So let's first off talk about the perk coins because perk coins can be kind of confusing to newer players and you may not know how to even get some of these perk coins inside of the game. So perk coins are used to upgrade your legendary perk coin or your perk cards. So you have to use 50, 100, and then 150 to level up to the max level. To obtain these are a couple different ways. The first one is by completing certain challenges inside of the challenge category. For example, in the Burning Springs, you can get 20 perk coins for killing 50 alguas. Now for the most popular option, if you go into your perks and then choose a random one, let's say all night long, you can actually scrap it and you will get 2 perk coins back for it. So it does give a lot of different ways to obtain perk coins, but it is still going to be a massive grind to get the ones you want to the max level. Another very useful tip is every 5 levels you get a perk pack. So if you open your perk packs and take the ones that you get from it, you can actually just scrap these and you will get perk coins. So you don't even have to spend your pick-a-perks, but you can just use the perk packs that you get every 5 levels. But moving on to the ones you're going to want to focus ranking up first are probably going to be the special legendary perk cards. And when I mean special, I mean strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. Now there is one that you're maybe going to want to hold off maxing out, and I will get into that in a second. So these are always a very good option to level up because they actually let you have more perks inside of your builds. So if you guys ever see somebody having a lot more perks inside of their builds, it's because they have these maxed out or at least some of these on. It gives me plus 5 strength perk points. What this means is I can have more perks inside of my build than the already 49. So if you guys do the math, you will be able to see that I have a lot more than just 49, and that is because of these in here. So that is the main reason if you guys are making a build and you see that they have a lot more perk slots, that is why. And those are going to be the ones you are wanting to focus on first and foremost because it'll just give you more options when building your builds inside the game. But like I said, there's going to be one that you might not want to max out right away, and that one is charisma. There's not a lot of builds out there that need a lot of charisma. So that is one that I tend to leave off and I don't even have max yet because there is only a select few builds, mainly XP builds, that you're going to want to have a lot of charisma. So I tend to use more useful things like strength or perception or even endurance and luck. So that is my suggestion on the special perk cards because those are, in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinion, the best one inside of the game. So after you level up your special, there are going to be a couple others that you're going to also want to level up after that. And the first one is taking one for the team. Now what taking one for the team does is it gives you more damage after being hit. So depending on what level your legendary perk card is, it can go up to 40%. So if I'm hitting a target and then they hit me, my next shots will do additional damage. This is a very, very good one if you guys are fighting stronger enemies that you guys don't take out with super fast attacks like inside the raids. It is perfect for the Guardian or the Snake because you guys will get hit by those at some point. So it just means you will be doing an additional amount of damage to these enemies. It is such a must to have. I always run it with basically every single build I have. I love taking one for the team so much that I would even say you could level that one up before maybe even some of the special ones too. It really just depends on what your playstyle is, guys. If you guys need more perk cards, level up the special. If you need more damage, level up taking one for the team. Another amazing one to level up is the legendary perk card Follow Through. Now what this perk card does is it does more damage when hidden or sneaking. So if you guys are running a sneak build, you are definitely going to want to run this because you will just do an additional 40% damage when this perk card is maxed out. And again, the more damage you guys do, the more, the easier it is to stay alive. This is another decent one for the raids because the Guardian, you can do sneak damage after you take his shield down. So you will just be doing a more damage increase while doing the Guardian after you get the shield down. So both follow through and taking one for the team are an amazing option to use inside the game. These are ones that I suggest to get right away, as high of level as you guys can. The next ones I will talk about are just for the nicer things. So then one of the nicer ones that maybe if you guys have all of these leveled up, you guys can start leveling this one up, and it is Ammo Factory. Now what Ammo Factory does is it just gives you more ammo when you are crafting. So if you guys are somebody who likes to craft ammo and certain things like that, definitely are going to want to level this one up. Like I said, this was one that you can just use when crafting and then take it back off whenever you're done. So it's not a big focus to get this one as high as level right away, because it will not make you do more damage or anything like that. It is just super nice to have when doing certain things in the game. I know some ammo is difficult to craft, so when you craft it, you're going to want to get as much as you can from it. It helps you guys just not waste as much money or as much resources when crafting, and that is the most important part. Some ammo, like the Ultra Sight ammo, does take a lot and is very expensive. So if you guys are crafting that, definitely don't forget to put this legendary perk card on. So the next card that we are going to be talking about is Master Infiltrator. Now what Master Infiltrator does is it gives you the ability to unlock and hack any terminal. Now at level 1, or the base level that it comes in, it will allow you to open anything and everything right off the bat. It will also automatically open the 0-0 lock, so you do not have to do the mini game. And as you level it up, it makes it so you can just automatically do these events, or do these locks or hacking, and not have to do the mini game inside of it. Now, this doesn't help you inside of the world by doing more damage or helping you stay alive. It's just one of those things that is super handy in certain situations. Now, if I'm just running around Appalachia and I just want to have some fun, not do a crazy amount of damage, I will put this one on in my build just so I can unlock certain doors or hack certain terminals to get maybe that extra bit of loot inside of the game. When I first started, I really thought that this was the best perk card, so I did the mistake of leveling it up pretty high, and by doing so, it made it a lot harder to get some of the important ones, like taking one for the team max level. So don't do what I did. If you guys have had everything else maxed out, go ahead and try this one out. It's very fun to use, but if not, try the other ones I said beforehand. So another very useful legendary perk card that I use inside the game is What Rads. Now what Rads does is it gives you a bunch of rad resistance along with rad recovery. So if I'm inside of a nuke zone, maybe somebody launched a queen and they didn't launch it quite right, I will put this on and I will have no problem running around and never really having to worry about using a Radaway or anything like that. Having this one maxed out for that reason is just super useful for like the reason I said. I love having this and love running it, especially if I get super low or high rads and my health is maxed very low when I'm running bloodied. I'll just pop this one on for a couple seconds and then take it back off and I will be at around 15 or so, which is what I always run at when I run bloodied. It's just a super useful one, maybe not as useful as the other ones, but still one you should think about upgrading as you progress through the game. I definitely did so. Having everything else max, I definitely try to fully rank this one up as soon as possible. So for the legendary perk that you guys are going to want to use if you run around in power armor a lot is called Electric Absorption. And now what this legendary perk card does is every time a energy weapon is shot at you, it has a chance and will recharge your fusion core. So let's say you guys are actually going to go and clear a nuke silo and you are running around in power armor. Well, you should have this on because it will allow you to not run out of fusion core while you do the whole silo. It is just super nice and I always make sure to put this one on when I have my power armor build on. But like I said, if you guys are somebody who uses a lot of power armor and maybe you don't want to have to worry about your fusion core dying so quickly, you guys should definitely hop on this legendary perk card because it is so nice to have. Having this legendary perk card may also allow you to take certain perks off, like the one in intelligence, which will make it so your fusion cores last longer. If you guys have the ability to recharge while running around Appalachia, you probably don't need to have your fusion cores last as long. So that's what's nice about some of these legendary perk cards as well, guys. They will allow you to switch them out for other in-game legendaries. It's just super nice to have the option of these certain ones as well. And then for the last legendary perk card that I suggest everybody leveling up or using is the Funky Duds, which makes it so you actually have resistance to poison. Now, poison is not super common inside of Appalachia, but there is one place that it is super common in, and that would be the raids. If you guys are struggling to fight the big snake inside the raids, you might want to think about using this perk card. It is super handy because the snake's poison, spit, and poison damage will do a lot less when rocking this perk card. Even at lower levels, it will help an immense amount. And I suggest if you guys are struggling to maybe just put this on, maybe not level it up, but just put it on right before you attack. and see how it goes. I find it sometimes super helpful when I'm rocking certain builds that maybe I don't need a lot of damage, but I just want more resistances to the snake. Maybe when I'm having my bloodied build, just so I don't have to worry about his attack with the poison. So then there is my suggestions for the legendary perk cards you guys should be using or leveling up first and foremost. Now, it really just depends on what your build is inside of the game for which ones you guys may want to do first. If you're using power armor, you might want to use the power armor ones, or maybe if you're a sneak build, maybe use follow through. But again, guys, it is based on your preference inside the game. These are just my suggestions on what to use because they do vary person to person. I appreciate you guys coming and checking out this video. If you're ever interested in anything else that I do, you can hop into the Discord, which is located down in the description. Or I am always live on twitch.tv/JackXBone as well. But I appreciate all the comments and everything that you guys have been doing recently. It has helped an immense amount. But if you guys think I may have missed anything in this video, please let me know down in the comments. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out!